Alright. Should be better. Should be better.
Testing.
Yep, it's better. Alright, I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes and then switch over to I'm the reason why I'm doing this is because of the way that the schedule is laid out. I had that game, the crime game, scheduled at 7 o'clock, and the next game scheduled at 8:30. And so, since it only took a half hour, I still got, you know, an hour. So I'm gonna play this for half an hour, and then I'll play this for half an hour, and then I'm gonna switch over to the other game. So I'm gonna set a timer. Feel free to have all the conversation you want now. I'm just playing a card game. I don't really have to think. So if you want to talk, now's your time to talk. All right.
Hi.
Hello. This is a short intermission game. This is the last game of the night. The last game of the night will be Family Feud. And that will start
Mom is not really feeling well.
an hour. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going around. I know a lot of people have been, like I said, even myself. A lot of sinus stuff and respiratory stuff, so sorry to hear that. I hope she gets to feeling better. Of course you want to make it blue. Have a thing going there. What rules are we playing? What even was that? I gotta check the rules next time. Today has been a long day. I'm tired, so I'm not looking to do anything that requires too much brain power. I'm glad I had Family Feud as the game show for tonight. That case was a little bit tricky. Like, everything kept pointing back to the ex-husband, but it turned out that it was the pharmacist. And the reason why I chose the pharmacist at the end was because, like, nobody else had access to the medicine except for him. Like, to be able to change the doses and have the expertise to do it. Yeah, these aren't the normal rules I play. So, I'll go back and change the rules afterwards.
It's her hip.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, and I'm sure sitting on an airplane for a long time doesn't help. Sorry, I didn't realize you typed something. If for some reason, since I still have that guard on the chat, it wasn't going to let you say that unless I said it was okay. For some reason, it didn't like that, the way you worded that. I don't know what it was. I think I'm going to try to teach my niece how to play this game when I see her next. I think she can figure it out. It's just colors and numbers. My thought is, if you take out the reverses and the skips and the draw fours and everything and just make it color number matching, it should be pretty straightforward. What is that? Yeah, see, there's too much stuff going on. We have to make sure I change the rules.
Uno.
Hey, Granny.
How'd I get the draw four? See, it's what I'm talking about. The challenge. What am I challenge? Sure. I don't even know what this. See, it's got crazy rules.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Ido-Games.
Hey there, Granny. How's it going? Oh, I thought you were Granny. I thought you were Danny at the beginning. I have my glasses on, but the phone was so far away from me that I couldn't tell. We're playing a little bit of cards, and then we're gonna switch over to Family Feud in a little bit. The crime game that I was playing, it went faster than I thought, so I have a little bit of time to kill, and I was thinking I'll play cards, so then that way we can talk, and we don't have to focus on the game. I don't do very good at talking and focusing at the same time. It has a lot to do with the. Yeah, see, this isn't right. Have you ever played Uno before? Stacking on, draw to match, no bluffing. Classic. But in the next 30, not 30 minutes anymore, in the next about 28 minutes, I'll switch over to Family Feud. I don't know if you've ever played Family Feud before. Today has been a long day.
I have no idea about the card game.
No idea about this card game? Well, I can explain the rules. The way that it works is when it's the cards are dealt out, and I think each person is dealt 7 cards at the beginning. And you'll notice that the cards have numbers and a color associated with them. When it's your turn, you have to either put down a card that matches the color of the card that's on top, or matches the number or symbol of the card on top. So in this case, somebody put down a reverse. Now I have 2 choices, and it's a blue reverse. I have 2 choices. I can either put down a green reverse, because remember, it can match the card type, or I can put down a blue 5 because it matches the blue. To win the game, the first person to run out of cards wins. Now, if it's your turn and you don't have a card to put down, then you have to draw a card off the deck. And you have to keep drawing off the deck until you get a card that you can play. So I'm the cards at the bottom. That's our hand that you see in the bottom with the 5, 7, 0, 4, 7. The card with the arrows on it, that's called...
How are you doing, the Gamer Granny?
The reverse card. Yeah. I'm going to play the reverse. Like I said, the goal of the game is to run out of cards. And so, the person next to me threw down a card that's called a draw 4. And if somebody puts down a draw 4, then that means the person to... Because the direction of the card game is going the direction... The arrows. The 4 cards go to the person who's next in the direction of the arrows. So we're going clockwise now. I'll play, and if you...
my typing is rubbish and slow.
No, you are fine. Take your time. My typing is rubbish and slow. Between snacking on stuff and trying to get something to drink, sometimes it's difficult for my fingers to work right. Today was busy, so I got to the stream.
Okay, Ido-Games, that's good explanation.
I got to the stream a little late today. I'll be on time when you're on again at the end of the week. Today is just a lot of things going on. Oh, it gave me. It's okay. So the numbers that are next to each of the person's name, like see I have 14 and Al Snow has 2.
That is okay.
I press 6 and 8. This is the number of cards that we're holding. Remember, the goal of the game is to run out of cards first. I'm in last place right now. I'm not doing very good. Yeah, I don't know where Uno originated. I don't know if it's an American game or where it started. But I've been playing Uno, this card game here, since I was a little kid. I used to play this with I think I first learned how to play it with my cousins when we would go over to my grandmother's house for the holidays, and we'd always play on like around Christmas and stuff like that. And it was really competitive, so I take this game very serious.
We would be driving to Florida.
So how long is it a drive? So Granny, I don't know if you know, Danny lives in Canada, so he doesn't live in the United States.
I think we have it here. I'm sure I've seen it in the shops.
Yes. Okay. It's a fun game. You can play it on the PlayStation. I think you can also play it on the computer for free. You know, there's websites where you can play. But yeah, but Danny's from Canada. I'm from the US, and you're from the UK, so we're all from different countries.
United Nations.
Right?
3 days.
3 days to drive from Canada to Florida. My gosh. Hold on a second. Let me just get a little carried away. There we go. Yeah, 3 days is it's a long time. Granny, could you imagine being in the car for 3 days to get somewhere? Well, how long did it take you to get from the UK to Spain? So I don't know if you know Danny. Granny's husband is from Spain.
Give or take. I think a couple of days. My husband was very reluctant to stop anywhere.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't think I've ever driven that long in my life where it took a couple of days. You know, it would be funny if Will shows up. Sometimes Will's comes in, so it'd be funny if he shows up tonight. He'll be surprised to see you.
We would go over to Le Havre and go through France.
Gotcha. Man, I'm sure there were a lot of pretty things to see. Oh, come on. Do you see how many cards it makes me get? Granny, I'm gonna have to borrow one of your phrases. Let's put some yellow
Yes,
on.
we went up near the Basque Country, just a little way from the mountains.
Oh wow. The Basque Country. So that's in like the north kind of west. Is that the northwest part of the country, or like the north? I know it's in the north, but is it all of the north, or is it northwest or northeast? So you're up near. Yeah, I remember I studied the Basque Province when I took Spanish in high school, and I remember them talking about it.
Yes, north near Santiago de Compostela.
Okay, yeah. That's really cool. I'm sure there were a lot of pretty things, a lot of pretty architecture. It would be nice.
Would you drive up here in April?
No, I would fly. Hop on an airplane. Because I think the flight is only a couple of hours.
Near the Pilgrim Route, and yes, quite a lot of country scenery.
That is nice. Yeah, I think the longest I've ever been in a car driving continuously was, I think, like 12 hours. But that's when I was younger. I don't think I could do that now, my body. I think now I could probably do about a 6 to 9 hour drive non-stop, but yeah, I'll have to look that up for sure. If I can see pictures of it. I can vaguely remember
about 2 hours.
About a 2-hour flight. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's an hour. Yeah, so 2 hours makes sense. Oh my goodness. They won't give me a chance. Okay, now I can go. I'll tell you what, the computer is worse than Phil. Nope, still not my turn. By the time we finish this hand, it'll be time to start the new game.
Would you come into Toronto?
Yes, it would probably be the easiest, and then I could rent a car. It would be a lot easier than... I don't think I've ever been there before. I've gone to Vancouver. But I have friends that have gone, and I knew a guy once that was from Toronto. He said it was really, really nice. Oh, come on. It's still amazing to me that humans have the capacity to create artificial intelligence that can play this card game better than me. It's just amazing. Like, I'm always amazed by AI. You see, it even thinks. You see how long it takes for it to go? Like it's thinking about something. See, it moves fast and then it goes slow. And like you see, it's thinking. See, that time he went fast. But look, see, he's going slow.
You should tell the gamer granny what we are talking about.
It's like going slow. It took my turn. I was going to run up to Canada so that I could see a show with Danny. This is never going to end. Yeah, I think after we finish this one hand, win or lose, we're going to switch over to Family
What
Feud.
type of show music entertainment do you all like?
I like a little bit of everything, to be honest. I like ballets, I like concerts,
I'm the host.
musicals. I like magic shows. I did go and see America's Got Talent once, and that was a lot of fun. It was a really good show. The season that I saw live was the season. I don't know if you see. I know you got Britain's Got Talent, Granny, but the season that I got to see was there was a boy and he was blind and he played the piano and sang. I got to see him live performing. It was really good seats. He was pretty amazing. I was impressed at his skill on the piano, not being able to see, and his singing ability was through the roof. I had one of the best voices I've heard in a long time. But I know this is going to sound kind of nerdy, but there's a show that I do want to see, like around February, and it's not in the state where I am. It's in a different state, but I saw that I don't know if you've ever heard of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Cody Lee.
Cody Lee, that was his name. Yes. Um, yeah, I got to see Cody Lee perform live.
There was some good talent on our shows.
Yeah, I've heard that Britain's Got Talent is pretty good. Now, do you have Pierce Morgan in Britain's Got Talent? Pierce, is that his name, Pierce Morgan? Because he used to be in the United States, but I think he's back in the UK now.
The person in thinking is an interviewer.
Okay, gotcha. They're never gonna let me go.
He can be quite controversial.
That's he was quite controversial in the U.S. as well. Because I think here
Sorry, didn't spelled he last word right.
No worries. I do it all the time. It's different when you have to type versus being able to speak. But yeah, I think when he was in the United States, yeah, he was on America's Got Talent, I thought. And yeah, he was just really hard on everybody. Because I think for a while in the U.S., oh, I can believe it. It is the same. It's easier to talk than it is to type for sure. Yeah. The only way we could do that, so we could talk, Granny, and the way that you do it is you would have to set up something called, since you have a PlayStation and I have a PlayStation, if we were to set up a party on the PlayStation, you could speak and your voice would come over the audio while I'm playing the game, so you wouldn't have to type. If you want, maybe not tonight because I know it's probably late, but what I can do is I can maybe write down the instructions on how to start a party, or I can invite you to a party the next time you come, and if you're on your PlayStation, you can just use your speaker, but I know it's late there, so you may not want to wake everybody up. If you're up, late talking, I don't know how close it is to the bedroom. But it is possible for us to communicate while playing with the PlayStation. Danny doesn't have a PlayStation, so the way that we communicate when we talk is we use Zoom. Okay, Bruno's the judge on Britain's Got Talent. See, I think we even had Sharon Osbourne. She was a judge on America's Got Talent at one point. Ozzy Osbourne's wife, Sharon. So it's funny because we've had British judges on America's Got Talent. We've even had Mel B from the Spice Girls, and she's British, right? From the Spice Girls. Remember the Granny? Did you like the Spice Girls? Did you like the Spice Girls, Granny? Shake it to the left if you're having a good time. Shake it to the right if you wanna be my lover. Gotta get with my friends. Remember that song, Granny? Remember Spice Girls?
Hi. Skipping some comments. He can be quite controversial. Sorry didn't spelled he last word right. Yes I would rather to than type. Bruno is a judge on BGT. That's my only problem. I don't want to disturb my husband. The bedroom is very close to where I am. Oh yes, she judged here too.
Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay with the... Why isn't it my turn yet?
Well, not mad on them, but they are not too bad, I suppose.
You're not a big fan of the Spice Girls? You know what though, I based on what you've told us about your musical tastes, I wouldn't see you being into, because the Spice Girls are more pop music, and I think you like more like rock and roll and things that are a little bit more like they have a little bit more substance to them. Not like the pop music a lot of times is real fluffy. It's the only really way I can put it. It's kind of fluffy.
Heavy rock, a lot of beat.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember we were talking about music one time on the channel, and a lot of the groups that you had mentioned were, definitely about the beat and the guitar. It was really powerful, strong, kind of rock
Mel B was
ballads.
good.
Yeah, Mel B was good. Oh man, I remember when the Spice Girls first came out. Everybody was going crazy for them. You know what though? I don't know if you know much about the Spice Girls, but my favorite Spice Girl is the one that's married to David Beckham. Uh, what's her name? I don't know what her real name is. She was Posh Spice, but David Beckham's wife. That's the one. That was my favorite Spice Girl right there. Oh, come on. Maybe we get 4 cards. Yeah, by the time we finish with this hand, it will definitely be time for us to start the new game.
When everyone was Beatlemania crazy, I was Rolling Stones. Victoria Beckham, she is now Lady Beckham cause he was made a lord.
Really? Yes, Victoria Beckham. I didn't realize that she's Lady Beckham. Well, can I call you Lady Granny? I mean, so what does it take? You have to be knighted, right? Is that how that works? In order to be... So when everybody was liking the Beatles, you were a Rolling Stones girl. That's great. Well, then that makes sense because Rolling Stones was a lot more rock, and the Beatles were a lot more poppy.
Yes, you go and get a sword on your shoulder, but king.
Okay. Well, I have to figure out how to do that. I think if Wills and I were to go, we could probably talk the king into doing it. I feel like Wills and I are really good salesmen, and we could get ourselves a knighthood before we left the UK. Yeah, the last time I was in the UK, I was in Wilmslow and I was in Manchester, and it's been a while. Yeah, talk to Wills. Maybe we could try to get some knighthood. Oh, I just made it blue. We turned it back to yellow. Low down. No good. Rat soup eating, loiterous, lurking, pitiful pillagers. I have a dog in my pocket. Okay, it's blue. Porky pie eating. Uno.
This card game goes on forever.
It does, doesn't it? I'm almost out of cards, and as soon as I am, we're gonna switch. And yep, I'm out of cards. All right, so I've won. Okay, this stream is gonna end. I'm gonna start a new stream. But here's what I'll do. I'll leave it up to you guys, because I know
Have
both of
you
you
ever
guys.
heard of the band Postmodern Jukebox?
I'll leave it up to you. Oh no, we're not doing this again. Heck no. Wait a minute, no. I gotta make this stop. Sorry.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. I just want to make sure they don't keep me playing. So we have a choice. I have Family Feud on the schedule, but I know you guys, you and Danny like trivia, so we can either do uh, Wheel of Fortune. We can do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? The game that we were playing the other day. I would suggest one of those two because they move slow and we can take our time and we can make guesses. So we can either play a word game or a trivia game. So Wheel of Fortune or Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? You tell me which one and I'll play that next. I'll postpone the Family Feud because Family Feud is more kind of American kind of based. Since we have an
Oh
international.
crumbs, I hate choices.
Only two. Only two. So fifth grader or wheel? You want a word game or do you want a trivia game? Which one are you in more the mood for? Words or trivia? Will sometimes stops by.
I liked Jeopardy until it was American questions, then I was stuck. Maybe words.
Maybe words? Okay. Jeopardy is fun, but it doesn't play very well on the network because they don't give you a lot of time to answer the questions. Um, but if we play the word game, you can suggest letters in the chat. So I'll be your hands, and you guys can suggest letters. And if you think you know what the answer is, you can type it in the chat, and then I'll guess it. So let's do Wheel of Fortune. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this stream, and if you give it about like 2 or 3 minutes, and you refresh the YouTube channel page, you should see a new live stream pop up.
Okay.
Yeah. So give me just a couple of minutes, and like I said, once this stream ends, refresh the channel. So hit that little circle arrow button on your browser, refresh the channel, and you should see a new stream starting with Wheel of Fortune.
Are you smarter?
I heard, are you smarter? So let's do one of each then, because it's still early. So let's start with Wheel of Fortune, and then let's move on to Are You Smarter? And they'll do it that way.